3 bombs just dropped at Hallis Hall, and trust me, you're not ready for what's happening. A veteran running back with inside knowledge of Ben Johnson might be headed to Chicago. A young talent is closer than expected to hitting the field. Again, embrace yourselves. Our franchise quarterback is facing troubles that have everyone worried. I believe this might be one of the crucial weeks in defining the Bears' future this season. We're talking moves that could radically transform our backfield, coaching decisions dividing opinions, and the emotional return of a fan favorite player. Stay tuned till the end because these 3 stories will completely change how you view this Bears season. Jamal Williams might be back under Ben Johnson's scheme, but this time dressed in navy and orange. I think this is no coincidence. Williams had his best season in 2022 working with Johnson in Detroit, rushing for over 1,000 yards and hitting the end zone 17 times alongside DeAndre Swift. Now, the Bears have had a workout with him this week. Let's dig deeper because this story is more complex than it seems. Williams, who turned 30 in April, started his NFL career as a 4th-round pick by the Green Bay Packers in 2017. Over 4 seasons in Green Bay, he was mainly a complimentary back, never showcasing his full potential as a lead rusher. Here's where it gets interesting. When Williams joined the Detroit Lions in 2021, he found an offensive coordinator in Ben Johnson who knew how to maximize his unique talents. Johnson saw Williams not just as a power back, but as a versatile player who could be used in multiple ways in the Lions' offense. The 2022 season was magical for Williams. Working in a backfield shared with DeAndre Swift, Williams not only surpassed the 1,000 rushing yard mark, 1,066 specifically, but also became one of the most efficient red zone running backs in the NFL with 17 rushing touchdowns. I'll tell you this, that wasn't luck. It was a direct result of the system Johnson developed. What made the Williams-Swift duo special was how Johnson utilized them complementarily. Swift was the elusive back, the guy breaking big runs and a threat in the passing game. Williams, on the other hand, was the hammer, the go-to guy for hard yards, goal line touchdowns, the back who could break tackles and move the chains. Johnson designed packages specifically for Williams that maximized his tackle-breaking ability and exceptional vision. Williams isn't the fastest, but he has a remarkable knack for finding holes, waiting for them to develop, and then bursting through, with enough power to break the first tackle and keep running. But wait, do you think Chicago is the only one interested? I'll tell you this, the Miami Dolphins are in the mix too. Williams, now 30, is weighing his options after disappointing seasons in New Orleans, where the Saints' completely overhauled philosophy left him a free agent. The situation in New Orleans was frustrating for Williams and any fan following his career. Following that fantastic 2022 season in Detroit, Williams signed a 3-year, $21 million deal with the Saints, expecting to continue high-level production. But the offensive system in New Orleans never really fit Williams' skill set. Pete Carmichael Jr., the offensive coordinator for the Saints when Williams arrived, had an offensive philosophy vastly different from Johnson's. While Johnson created situations where Williams could succeed, runs between tackles, goal line carries, short yardage scenarios, the Saints system frequently placed Williams in situations that didn't maximize his strengths. In 2023, Williams managed only 613 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, far below his Detroit production. In 2024, with coaching staff changes and a whole new organizational philosophy under Dennis Allen, Williams became even more of a secondary piece in the Saints' attack. The Saints' paradigm shift to focus more on younger, more athletic backs simply didn't align with what Williams brought to the table. When the Saints decided not to renew Williams' contract, he became an intriguing free agent for teams that knew how to utilize him properly. Here's the exciting part. Our current backfield has Swift, Roshan Johnson, Travis Homer, and the rookie Kyle Monangai. Homer is a special teams ace, Monangai is inexperienced, and Johnson has shown flashes but nothing more. I think adding Williams would be ideal because he's already proven he can thrive in this exact offensive system that Johnson will implement. Let's analyze these running backs individually. DeAndre Swift is obviously our RB1. and his reunion with Ben Johnson is already one of the season's most thrilling storylines. Swift had the best season of his career in 2022 with Johnson, and both understand perfectly how to optimize each other's talents. Roschon Johnson, drafted by the Bears in the 4th round of 2023 from Texas, flashed potential in his rookie season with 180 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns in limited action, showing he can be a solid contributor. But Johnson is still developing his NFL game, understanding and ability to read defenses under pressure. Travis Homer is primarily known for his special teams role and as a third running back for specific situations. Though experienced and a reliable vet, Homer has never been a guy you depend on for a significant running game load. Kyle Monangai, undrafted from Rutgers, is a complete unknown. Despite promising flashes in training camp, it's risky to rely heavily on an inexperienced rookie, especially in pressure situations. This is where Jamal Williams would fit perfectly. He'd provide veteran depth, proven experience in Johnson's system, and productive capabilities immediately. Williams knows the offensive concepts, knows how to work with Swift, and crucially, he's proven he can be highly productive in this very system. The dynamic between Swift and Williams in Detroit was something special to watch. They complemented each other perfectly. Swift is the big play threat, Williams is the consistent, reliable option. Johnson knew exactly when to deploy each, and both backs understood and embraced their specific roles. Let me ask you, wouldn't it be amazing to have the guy who made Ben Johnson shine in Detroit now doing the same in Chicago? Because I believe this reunion could be exactly what we need to elevate our ground game, but there's serious competition for Williams. The Miami Dolphins had a workout with him on Monday, and rumors suggest other teams might join the race. Miami makes sense for several reasons. They have a clear backfield depth need, financial resources for a competitive offer, and are in a playoff contention mindset this year. Williams' decision likely boils down to some key factors: playing time, opportunity, schematic fit, financial situation, and team competitiveness. Chicago offers something unique: a chance to reunite with the offensive coordinator who crafted his best career season, working once again alongside his former backfield partner. From the Bears' perspective, adding Williams would be a low-risk, high-reward move. Familiar with the system, proven chemistry with Swift, and providing valuable insurance in case of injuries. Plus, at 30, Williams is at an age where he can significantly contribute, especially in a role maximizing his strengths. Ian Wheeler is back, folks. And I'll tell you, this is one of the most heartwarming news you could hear. Remember what happened last preseason? This kid from Howard University exploded against Buffalo with 2 touchdowns and 43 yards. On 5 carries, instantly becoming a fan favorite. To fully grasp this story's impact, we need to revisit Wheeler's journey outset. As a product of Howard University, a historically black college and university, HBCU, Wheeler was already facing significant odds just getting to an NFL training camp. HBCUs traditionally don't attract the same scout attention as Power 5 programs, so players like Wheeler must work twice as hard to get noticed. Wheeler arrived at Bears training camp in 2024 as an undrafted free agent with something to prove. During organized team activities, OTAs, and minicamp, he started catching attention with his speed, vision, and work ethic combination. Coaches noted he was always among the first in and last out, consistently studying film and working on specific game aspects. What really made Wheeler stand out was his versatility. He could run between tackles, had breakaway speed for big plays, and showcased soft hands as a receiver out of the backfield. During internal scrimmages, he consistently made plays that left coaches impressed by his football IQ and quick defensive reads. When it came to preseason, Wheeler was determined to maximize every opportunity. The game against Buffalo was where everything magically aligned for him. On his 5 carries, he not only gained 43 yards, but the manner of those gains is what truly impressed everyone involved. His first touchdown came on a goal line run where he showed incredible vision, waiting for a hole to develop before bursting through with enough power to break multiple tackles. The second touchdown was even more impressive. a 15-yard run where he demonstrated his ability to make defenders miss in space using hesitation moves and subtle cuts to create separation. I think what made Wheeler special wasn't just his talent, but his approach to the game. Teammates spoke of how he was constantly asking questions, trying to understand not just his assignment, but how it fit into the bigger offensive picture. The momentum continued building through training. Camp! Wheeler was getting more reps with the second team, and coaches began talking about his potential roster spot. For an undrafted HBCU free agent, this was an incredibly significant accomplishment. But then tragedy struck. An ACL injury against him. Kansas City ended his rookie season. The Hard Knocks footage was heart-wrenching, with his mother saying in the locker room, "God is protecting you, it won't be as bad as they think." The injury happened on a play that was relatively routine. Wheeler was running a simple off-tackle carry when he planted his leg to make a cut and felt something pop in his knee. Immediate medical evaluation revealed the worst-case scenario, a complete ACL tear requiring surgery and a lengthy rehab. Hard Knocks cameras captured some of recent Bears history's most emotional moments. Wheeler, who had worked tirelessly to reach this point in his career, was devastated. The raw emotion of realizing his dream season was over before it began was palpable on screen. What happened next showed both Wheeler's true character and the Bears organization. His mother's words, "God is protecting you, it won't be as bad as they think, I'm so proud of you," offered comfort and perspective. This wasn't Wheeler's story end. It was just an unexpected chapter. Here's what excites me. Ryan Poles didn't abandon this kid. I think this shows the type of organization we have now. Poles told Wheeler, "My door is always open, you're part of the team. Let's see how your journey continues." The conversation between Poles and Wheeler shown on Hard Knocks was a masterclass in leadership and human decency. Poles could have easily wished Wheeler well and moved on, but instead made clear Wheeler remained a part of the Bears family and they'd support him through recovery. Wheeler was placed on injured reserve, meaning he could stay with the team all season, attend meetings, and continue developing despite being unable to play. Many players in similar situations struggle with the mental aspect of being around a team, but not contributing on the field. During his IR spell, Wheeler took a different approach. Instead of spiraling in misfortune, he used the time as a growth opportunity. He studied film more intensively than ever, worked closely with coaches to understand nuances of different concepts, and maintained a positive attitude contagious in the running backs room. Teammates frequently mentioned how Wheeler's meeting and practice presence was valuable, even though he couldn't participate physically. His questions and insights helped everyone better grasp concepts, and his positive attitude in a challenging personal situation showed the kind of character making someone a valuable teammate. Now for the update everyone's been waiting for. Wheeler said in June, "Recovery is going very well, improving each week without setbacks. I'll be cleared in the coming weeks." I'll tell you this, an HBCU running back almost stealing a roster spot last preseason might be back. Wheeler's rehab process has been comprehensive and methodical. Working with the Bears medical staff, he has progressed through each ACL recovery phase right on schedule. The initial surgery was perfect, and his dedication has been exemplary. Modern ACL rehab is much more advanced than a decade ago. The Bears medical staff used cutting-edge techniques to ensure Wheeler's recovery was as complete as possible, focusing therapy not just on strength and mobility, but also on neuromuscular training to prevent future injuries. Wheeler approached rehab with his characteristic dedication and attention to detail. He was in the training room daily, working through exercises, tracking progress, and constantly communicating with medical staff about his feelings. By spring, Wheeler was already field running, doing conditioning drills, and participating in limited football activities. Progress was encouraging enough that both Wheeler and medical staff felt optimistic about a full return for the 2025 season. In his June interview with Howard University's athletic website, Wheeler offered insights into his recovery mindset, calling it a bittersweet experience. You work hard and sometimes things don't go your way. But being on IR became a blessing, letting me slow down, learn the game better, focus on rehab, and prepare myself for next season. This perspective showed remarkable maturity from a young player who might have easily grown bitter. Instead, Wheeler saw his setback as a chance for growth, both personally and professionally. Wheeler also expressed gratitude for the tremendous opportunity, especially as a former HBCU athlete. "I'm extremely grateful," Wheeler said. "Lots of people work hard, but never get the chance to step into an NFL facility. Being here, still giving my all and playing at the highest level, is a blessing I'll never take for granted." This gratitude and perspective are part of what makes Wheeler's a compelling story. He understands his NFL journey wasn't guaranteed, appreciates every opportunity, and this mindset translates into exceptional work ethic and team-first attitude that coaches value. Can you imagine if Wheeler comes back playing at the level he showed against Buffalo? Because I believe he can be a crucial piece in his Bears' revamped backfield. Wheeler's potential return adds an intriguing dimension to the Bears' backfield. With potentially Jamal Williams joining the mix and Wheeler returning, Bears could boast significant depth and versatility at running back. Wheeler's skill set differs from both Swift and Williams. He brings speed and elusiveness valuable in specific packages. Developmentally, Wheeler spent an almost full year studying the game sans playing's physical demands. Many young players struggle with football's mental aspects, especially understanding how individual responsibilities fit into complex schemes. Wheeler's time studying film and working with coaches during recovery may have expedited development. Thus, emotional impact of Wheeler's return cannot be overstated. For a team building a winning culture, having someone overcome adversity and return stronger can be incredibly inspiring. Wheeler's journey from undrafted HBCU free agent to potential contributor is precisely the kind of story galvanizing a locker room. And here's what's worrying everyone. Caleb Williams is struggling in training camp, and Ben Johnson made a decision that could change it all. After leaving Williams out of the first preseason game, Johnson confirmed everyone will play against Buffalo on Sunday. To fully grasp this decision's implications, we must examine the context surrounding Caleb Williams' development and the expectations for his second season. Williams entered the NFL as the #1 overall pick in 2024, burdened with enormous expectations but challenged throughout his rookie season. During his rookie year, Williams completed 62.5% of his passes for 3,541 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions, posting a 5-12 record as a starter. While not terrible for a rookie quarterback, it wasn't the dominance showing many expected from a #1 pick either. Several factors contributed to Williams' rookie struggles. The Bears' offensive line was inconsistent, offering inadequate protection too often. The receiving core, though talented, was still developing chemistry with Williams. Crucially, the offensive system wasn't tailored to maximize Williams' unique skill set. Here's where hiring Ben Johnson becomes crucial. Johnson has a track record in quarterback development and crafting offensive systems, maximizing player strengths. His work with Jared Goff in Detroit turned a struggling quarterback into a Pro Bowl performer, demonstrating Johnson's adaptability to fit his personnel. However, the transition to Johnson's system hasn't been smooth for Williams. Learning a new offensive scheme is challenging for any quarterback, especially when also trying to correct habits developed during a rookie season. I think this decision stems from troubling reports about Williams' camp performance. Monday was described as a low point for the starting offense, with Williams and receiver Romo Dunze appearing frustrated after failed connections. Kevin Fishbane from The Athletic has noted Williams has been inaccurate with passes. This summer, the specific struggles reported are concerning but not unusual for a quarterback learning a new system. Reports indicate Williams has been inconsistent with accuracy, particularly on intermediate routes. He's shown hesitation in decision-making, suggesting he's processing Johnson's concepts rather than playing instinctively. The Williams-Odunze connection has been a particular concern. Odunze, drafted 9th overall in 2024, should be key in Williams' development, but their chemistry has faltered throughout camp. This matters because developing trust between a quarterback and his receivers is crucial for offensive success. Part of the challenge is both Williams and Odunze are still young players adjusting to pro football. Building chemistry requires time, repetitions, and shared game-like experiences. The frustration both displayed Monday likely stems from their high expectations and desire to excel. Johnson's decision to keep Williams out of the first preseason game was initially seen as protecting his development. The logic was Williams would gain more valuable practice reps than limited preseason action. Theoretically sensible, this approach meant Williams missed chances to apply learning in live game scenarios. But here's Johnson's defense. He stated Williams gained 80 to 100 more reps by missing the first game. Let's say this: reps are crucial for getting him caught up. Johnson's philosophy about repetitions has developmental merit. Practice reps allow for immediate correction and teaching moments unavailable in game. Players can work on specific concepts, receive immediate feedback, and adjust without game pressures. However, game experience value isn't replicable in practice. Games present different pressures, timing, and decision-making challenges. 4. A young quarterback experiencing these situations in low-stakes preseason games is valuable regular season preparation. The decision to play Williams against Buffalo marks a shift in Johnson's approach. Rather than continuing to prioritize practice reps, Johnson believes Williams needs game experience to advance his development. This suggests Johnson believes Williams progressed enough in practice to benefit from game action. Johnson also spoke about trust. This trust is built and developed between us. It's a two-way street, not one-sided. I believe putting Williams on the field now is about building this trust. Trust is crucial in quarterback development. It affects decision-making, accuracy, leadership, and overall performance. For a young quarterback who struggled as a rookie, building and maintaining confidence is vital for long-term success. Johnson's comment on trust as a two-way street is particularly insightful. It suggests not only does Williams need trust in his abilities, but the coaching staff must also demonstrate trust in Williams by placing him in positions for success. Playing Williams against Buffalo is a calculated risk. On the one hand, positive performance could provide a significant confidence boost and momentum heading into the season. On the other, if Williams struggles, it could reinforce negative narratives developing during camp. The Buffalo Bills presented an intriguing test for Williams. Their defense is talented and well coached, but it's still a preseason game where they won't reveal a full scheme arsenal. This provides a middle ground, challenging enough for meaning, yet not overwhelming, to set Williams up for failure. But let me ask you, is placing a struggling quarterback against Buffalo the right call? Because after a rookie season, winning only 5 of 17 games, we can't afford more stumbles. This question hits the core of the challenge facing Johnson and the Bears coaching staff. They must balance Williams' development with teams' immediate needs and expectations. The Bears are building a winning culture, and continued quarterback struggles could undermine that effort. However, development rarely follows a straight line, especially for quarterbacks. Most successful NFL quarterbacks faced early career struggles before succeeding. The key is ensuring those struggles don't become permanent patterns and positive momentum builds over time. Williams faces immense pressure from both external expectations and internal standards. As the #1 overall pick, he's expected to be a franchise-altering player. The Bears have built their future around him, investing substantially in surrounding talent and coaching. Ben Johnson's track record suggests he knows how to handle the situation. His work with Jared Goff shows he can help struggling quarterbacks reach potential. Key is finding balance between challenging Williams and protecting his confidence and development. The joint Buffalo practice on Friday will be telling. It'll let both Williams and the coaching staff see his performance against different competition before Sunday's game. If Williams shows improvement in practice, it'll boost confidence going into the game. From a broader perspective, Williams' struggles highlight challenges young quarterbacks face in today's NFL. The game is faster and more complex than ever, with sophisticated defenses. Success requires physical talent, mental processing speed, emotional resilience, and ongoing learning and adaptation. The Bears' investment in Ben Johnson reflects a belief in coaching unlocking Williams' potential. Johnson's system designs easier reads and manageable situations for quarterbacks, theoretically aiding Williams' success. But system implementation takes time, with inevitable growing pains during the process. Here's the scoop, Bears Nation. 3 stories that could define our season: Williams arriving to reunite the duo that succeeded in Detroit, Wheeler returning from a devastating injury to showcase his HBCU talent, and our franchise quarterback facing his biggest confidence test yet. Each story represents a key aspect of what makes football compelling. Signing Jamal Williams is about opportunity and reunion. 2 who worked well together, getting another shot at magic. Wheeler's recovery is about perseverance and overcoming adversity. A classic underdog story reminding us why we love sports. Williams' struggles and future performance reflect pressure and development, the challenge of living up to expectations while growing. Together, these stories paint a picture of a franchise in transition. The Bears aim to build something special, but success requires multiple pieces aligning. Veteran leadership from Williams, inspirational comebacks like Wheeler, and key player development like Caleb Williams all impact the organization's trajectory. Do you think Jamal Williams is the missing piece in our backfield? Might Wheeler surprise again, like last preseason? And importantly, will Caleb Williams use Buffalo to silence critics or show more struggle? Answers to these questions will significantly impact not just individual careers, but the Bears' 2025 season prospects and beyond. Each storyline holds implications extending beyond the immediate future, affecting everything from roster construction to fan expectations to organizational culture. Comment on which news caught your attention, and don't forget to subscribe because I promise more Bears bombs tomorrow. This community is family, and you can't miss the upcoming news stirring Chicago. Following a team means every decision, performance, and story contributes to a larger narrative. The Bears are writing a new chapter in their history, and we're all witnesses to its unfolding. Whether it's veteran additions, comeback stories, or young players facing challenges, each element plays a part in the bigger picture. Smash that like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because the Bears keep surprising. Until next time, Bears Nation.